League. I watched it last night, and it was not as bad as people make it out to be. Definitely doesn't deserve the 39%. At least that's what it was last time I checked on Rotten Tomatoes. And just in case, I might say some spoilers in this review. Uh, yeah, I will say some spoilers actually. I want to talk about the after credit scenes, which both are they were like the best parts of the movie, even though they weren't part of the movie. So you could take that for what it is. That could be a little bit disappointing. But it was actually really good. As far as how much fun I had watching the movie, it's a fun movie. I mean, there's a lot of flaws. I think the CGI was not good, and the villain. I don't know why they used Steppenwolf as the villain. They should have used at least a bigger name, like maybe Brainiac or Darkseid. I think eventually Darkseid, they're gonna have to go that route, and it seems like they're alluding to that. But Steppenwolf was a really bad first villain to choose. I really do like the characterization of all the Justice League members. I think they did really well. We had some nice Easter eggs in the movie. There was a little Green Lantern Easter egg that I loved. Um, so and that running. Okay, so I will talk about the end credit scene. The first one, the funny one, was Superman versus the Flash, which is like the best little kind of nod to the fans, because we've seen that in Smallville, we've seen that in the comics, and it's the age old question that they didn't answer, but that's okay. Because leading up to it, it was so funny. And throughout the movie, they kind of hinted at it. I mean, you saw Superman when he got resurrected. We see him basically, going just as fast as the Flash. One of the most epic scenes is when you see Superman's eyes and then you see Flash's reaction to that when he's keeping up to speed with him. It's so funny. So there's a lot of funny scenes in it. I think some of it felt a little bit forced, but most of the time it felt right. I just think it wasn't as bad as people thought it was. I think it was definitely better than Batman vs Superman. Not as good as Man of Steel or Wonder Woman. It might just be equal to Suicide Squad for right now. I think if I had to rank it, it would be Wonder Woman number 1, Man of Steel number 2, number 3, I guess Justice League or Suicide Squad. They're about even for me. Then BVS, and yeah, those are the only 5 so far, right? But it was a fun movie. I think I really enjoyed The Flash. I really enjoyed Aquaman. Cyborg was what he was, and I thought he played a really good pivotal role in the movie. And the actor who played him was really good. I was surprised. And Wonder Woman was on point as usual. As far as the characterization, the only characterization that made me question was Batman, because we see him smile in the movie. We see him a little bit too excited when he sees Superman. I don't know. I think he was the only one that they could have gotten better. We saw him so dark in Batman vs Superman, and then all of a sudden he's like cracking jokes and stuff. I thought also when it came to the point of resurrecting Superman that he would have been on the opposite end of that. But their justification for it was good. The fact that he can't let go of the past, his guilt. So maybe that was the reason that they went in that direction. What I will say about DC is that they do take a lot of risks, which is a good thing and a bad thing. With the whole Martha thing in Batman vs Superman, which actually worked for me. But this time around with Batman, the risks they took were too much. I think if I would have played it out, I probably would have said that Wonder Woman would have chosen, because of her guilt and her reasoning for not letting go of the past, she would be the one to resurrect Superman. But then Batman would be opposed to it. And his contingency plan was a little bit corny, using Lois Lane, but I really thought it was going to be Kryptonite. But overall, I don't want to make it too long, but overall I would say that Justice League is a solid movie. Could have been a lot better. Story could have been a lot better. But the characterization is what makes the movie fun. And it was just like a DC animated movie brought to live action. So you can't complain about that. It was pretty fun. So for the DC fans, I think it was like fan service for you guys, for us. But for like the casual and conventional fans, it might not be as good as you would have hoped for it to be. It could have been amazing, but it was definitely better than I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be horrible, just because DC has just not have they don't have a good track record right now. But Wonder Woman definitely is the one that shines above all, as far as the movies are concerned for now. But I think this is a step in the right direction. I think their tone was perfect. If they can just keep on going with this kind of tone, with the jokes, but at the same time a little bit more serious than you've seen in Marvel, because Marvel is like literally now just all jokes, never taking it too seriously. But here it's a mix of both, which is okay. So yeah, definitely a step in the right direction. Excited for the Soul movies to come. Aquaman is next up. He was great. Jason Momoa was great. So yeah, guys, sound up below. What do you think about Justice League? Do you think it was as bad as people are saying it was? Did you have fun watching it? Because I had fun. And yeah, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And until next time, embrace, express, and enjoy yourself. May the force be with you always, my young Padawan. Whoops, wrong button.